Good morning, my friends. Welcome to class. Let's get started. Good morning, this is SAT/ACT Prep for Thursday, the 17th of September, 2020. Today you're going to be sharing the summary that you wrote yesterday in activity number 13. We're going to go through activity 14 and how you're going to do it, and then talk about your independent work. So in just a minute, you're going to be choosing someone in class to share your summary with. You are going to read theirs, they are going to read yours. Now, if you don't know someone in class or you would prefer that I assign, you can tell me that in chat now. So if there's someone you want to work with, you can ask them in chat right now. And if there's no one that you know in this class and you would rather me choose for you, that's fine too. Tell me in chat now. Now, what we're doing today is not editing. We are just going through the content of the summaries. So this is what the evaluation guide looks like. You'll notice that there's a column for the score, 1 through 4, and it tells you up here what each of them stands for. 1 is there's serious problems with it. It doesn't do what it's supposed to. 2 is that it does some of what it's supposed to. It develops some competence. Competence means a job well done. 3 is minimal, meaning you got a lot of what you need, but not fully. And 4 is that you did everything you're supposed to in that section. Now you're going to be evaluating your classmate's summary. So you're going to be going through all of these categories with their summary and giving them a score from 1 to 4 in each section. So we're going to do an example for sentence 1 together of what each score point looks like. So make sure as we go through these examples, you really understand what I'm asking you to do, because if you don't, this is a good time to ask. All right, in sentence 1, it asks you to fill in the blanks about who the author is, the title of the article, when and where it was published, and what it's about. And the evaluation guide asks you to clearly state the name of the author, title of the article, and when and where the article was published, and then demonstrate clear understanding of the topic of the article. So let's look at a sample. The central focus of Geoff Colvin's article, What It Takes to Be Great, published in October 2006 in Fortune magazine, is research on performers who are the best in their fields and what it took for them to reach greatness. So go through the list. Does it have the name of the author? Yes. Does it have the title of the article? Yes. Does it have when and where it was published? Yes. The name of the magazine and the date. And then does it tell you what the article is about? Research on performers who are the best in their fields. Yes, it has all of that. It does it really well. Even if there are grammar mistakes, that's okay. This is still going to be a 4. Here's another one. The central idea of Geoff Colvin's article, What It Takes to Be Great, it was published in October 2006 in Fortune magazine. It is how you should be great. All right, let's take a look at it again. Does it have the name of the author? Yes. Does it have the title of the article? Yes. Does it have when and where it was published? Yes. And then the last part, does it demonstrate clear understanding of the topic of the article? Now here's where we run into problems. So it says it's about how you should be great. That doesn't really tell you what it takes to be great, and it doesn't tell you that the person understood the article. So there are some definite things missing. I would say that this is going to be a 2 because while it includes many of the features, it does not demonstrate clear understanding of the topic of the article. All right, take a look at this one. This time I'm going to read it to you and then I want you to tell me what score you think it is in the chat. The central focus of Geoff Colvin's article, What It Takes to Be Great, which was published in Fortune magazine in October 2006, informs the reader about examples of greatness and how people who become great do so through deliberate practice. So tell me right now in chat what you think this should get and why. All right, you may have noticed right off the bat that there are a lot of things missing, like capital letters and proper punctuation. However, that doesn't really matter when it comes to this criteria. What you're looking for is, does it have the title, the name of the author, when and where it was published? And yes, it does all those things. And then does it demonstrate an understanding of the topic? And it says, it informs the reader examples of greatness and how people who become great do so through deliberate practice. So it does give you that topic. It does tell you that. So this would at least be a 3, maybe even a 4. The reason I would say it's a 3 is that it uses a few too many words to try and do it. Now, you don't have to use the exact language of the sentence frame, but it will help you generally as you do this. So I would say this is probably a 3. Jeff Colvin's article, What It Takes to Be Great in Fortune magazine, is research on greatness. Take a second and score that in the chat. All right, so it has the title, it has the author's name. None of it is capitalized or punctuated appropriately, but again, we don't care about that right this second. And then it says Fortune magazine, but it doesn't include the date that it was published. So that at least is going to knock us down to a 3. And then it says, is research on greatness? And yes, greatness is spelled incorrectly. So we know we have a problem here because is research on greatness does not tell you that this person understands the topic of the article. So I'm going to say that this is probably a 2. And it's a 2 because it doesn't include some of the information, but also it doesn't tell you what the topic of the article is. I hope that helps you get a sense of what a 1, 2, 3, and 4 look like. A 1 would be something like, in the article, it talks about greatness. So it's leaving out so many things that you just can't possibly give it more points. All right, at this point, you're going to make sure you have a partner, or you can ask me to assign one. You're going to open assignment 14. Now, if you did not do your summary yesterday, then you need to use this time right now to work on it, and I will assign you a partner later. This is what activity 14 looks like. Now, there's 3 things you're going to have to do. The first thing is copy and paste your summary from activity 13 into the space here. And that's because you're going to be sharing this document with someone else, and they're going to be filling out your peer editing and evaluation guide. Then you're going to have your partner's name here and a link to the document for activity 14 for them, the one that you are making evaluations on. If you need help with this, again, let me know, please. Now you're going to go through and fill out that whole evaluation guide, and when you get to the end, there are some questions for you to answer based on your partner's feedback. So really take your time and go through this carefully. That is your independent work for today, along with your final book of knowledge from this ReadWorks set. So this should be your 6th one. Make sure you're going back to follow that 4-part format: the context sentence, what you learned from it, a connection to something that you've read or experienced or learned about, and finally that opinion statement. As always, if you have questions, you know how to reach out, you know how to find me. You really should be going back and spending some time making up work if you haven't done that yet. Many of you are missing a lot of assignments, and you really need to go back and get that done soon. So thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Good luck on your evaluations in activity 14, and enjoy the rest of your day.